and gentlemen, what's going on? How you feeling today? That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. Welcome everyone to the Arthur Ashe Stadium. I'm Golden Boy, your host, and I couldn't be more happy that you guys are here in my hometown of New York City. It's actually quite nice for me because that means I don't really have to travel that far. It's pretty cool. That being said, we have a lot of cool stuff that's going to be happening here today. Not only do we have the Creative Showdown, but we also have the third Fortnite Pro-Am that's about to go down. It is going to be incredible. You got some of your favorite content creators. They're going to take that stage and battle for your entertainment. Now, we saw a few of the players that were coming out here. We actually have one name recognized standing by with Pookie. Pookie, who you got for me?
Thank you, Golden Boy. I am up here on the stage with Ninja. Familiar faces, the crowd. Let's hear it. How excited are you to be here today at the World Cup Creative Mode? This is something different for you, I'm sure.
I haven't really done too much creative, but I've been playing a lot with these guys, obviously, the last 48 hours. And no, I'm really excited. I think we got a really good chance, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Now, tell me a little bit how your team came together.
Yeah, I checked out their clips for the trick shots that they submitted, and they were all, they stood out to me. They were special. And it was just an easy choice to pick these three guys. And, like I said, we've actually been bonding pretty hard the last 48 hours. All-time high.
Amazing, I love it. We should have named you guys the Ninja Trick Shot Warriors, really.
That would have been awesome. There's no, I mean, there's a ninja skin kind of in the game, so, we could have had, maybe some of that. That's all good. I like a little whip. I love my little ice cream.
And anybody that you're looking forward to facing off against here today?
Everyone here. Gotaga, he's my fellow, Red Bull competitor. Scissors, because we talk a big game. That's it, yeah. Those two guys.
He does talk a big game. Let's see if he can bag it up today. Thank you so much and wish you all the best of luck. Golden Boy, what do you think?
Pretty awesome, because the good news is we got 8 great teams that are playing for a $1 million grand prize in 3 creative modes, which means today's really all about fun. And who better to have some fun with than none other? You got Monster, Sundown, over at the Castle. Take it away, fellas.
And boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between, welcome to the Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals. I'm one of your casters, Sundown, joined here by Monster. Monster, how you doing today, man?
Doing great. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. 10 weeks of qualifiers, and it's all life. And this is what we're here for.
Yes, after the 8 trials now, what you'll be seeing on the stage will be 4 sets of 3 matches in 2 never-before-seen maps, and a little refresher coming from the Creative Showdown, the Sky Station Showdown. It's going to be incredible.
That's right. So you guys have seen the Sky Station before. Lucky for them, they get to kind of come in here, prepare, kind of prepped up. But there is so much more that is going to happen that hasn't been unveiled today.
Oh, and I mean, seeing the adaptation across these sets is going to be incredible, and they're going to get a chance to revisit them at the end with a little remix, but we'll get into that here in a second. Let's check out the overall scoring and how these guys are going to be competing and how they will win. So, as we said, that first set is the Sky Station Showdown. Junkyard Juke will be the second one. Set 3 will be a never-before-seen World 1, and then set 4 will be the Golden Games. Now, the Golden Games will comprise a regular match from each one with, as I said, a nice little remix on it. And the Golden Games is worth a golden llama, while all of the other sets are worth a singular silver llama. How do those llamas add up, Monster?
Yeah, you want to accumulate the most llamas throughout each set. We're treating each set as its own individual thing with a couple games in between. So they're going to get a couple runs at it, and you just want to do the best in every set. Get those llamas so you can take it all home.
Yes, now the winner of the set will go through, and in case there is a tie, it will come down to that golden llama. The golden llama will trump all. Now let's get into the prizing, which will also determine a little bit of the scoring. We'll take a look and we'll throw that up there for you. And the way it ends up working is from top to bottom. Each one of these contestants will be winning money. So everyone is a winner in there, but first place ends up deciding that. And this is per the individual matches, and it's won't carry over through the second at the end of the day. So definitely want to get in the top 4 to bump up that score.
Yeah, that's right, and that is every game. Per match, we have a big winner. Of course, it's going to be divvied out between everyone competing, but come on, with the amount of games that's going on today, this is incredible.
Yes, that is across 12 of matches total. So tons of chances to win prizes from all of these guys. Let's take a look at the roster and all of the teams who will be competing and give you guys a quick little overview. You can see Chicken Champions led by El Rubius. Some Soldiers got that one right. 2 Zeke with Danyan and Hatching represented as the captains. Funky Fighters with Tomoya. Karoku represented by Locke.
Well, we gotta give some love to the Ravens Revenge. Little Whip Warriors. We already kind of touched base with you on a record, which you talked about a lot coming up into here. And of course, the Fish Fam, who's going to be led by Scissors.
Some of the creative kings. They've been able to go through and qualify. A lot of them had not World Run experience, excuse me, but in those death runs where they were doing the qualifications, but there are also some combat aspects. So we've seen Sky Station Showdown before. You know, there's going to be a little bit, I don't want to say advantage, but they might be a little more at home when you're actually firing bullets, building out, and trying to get those rotations in.
Yeah, I mean, you cannot underestimate any of these teams. These guys grind, and they all play Fortnite. But let's go ahead and take a look at the format here so we can kind of see a run and how they take these victories.
So now the VIP will be those creative characters. They have to be able to capture to score points. They will get 3 points per second in the initial hills, and then the first team to 1,000 points will be the highest scoring team by the end. And also, the creative captains will be wielding the Infinity Blade.
That Infinity Blade will be important because they had to get to capture points. A, B, and C, which will give 3 points a second, and 7 minutes into the round, point B opens up, where they will get a lot more, right? 12 points a second.
4 times is a lot.
That is what you want to do. You want to gun for the point B on the map. That's your comeback, or that's your lead taker.
Yeah, you can see a lot change when that opens up at 7 minutes, but now we're going to go in an overview. For those of you who are unfamiliar and didn't get to watch it at the Summer Block Party, we got you. Pete, turn this up.
This map is a collaboration between Team Evolve and Epic. Now let's break down how it all works. Game built and created by Team Evolve. A team of 4 players will start at home base on the edge. Together they will push 3 capture points down for their team. As each team heads toward the capture points, they'll need to protect their team's VIP, who plays a key role in this game mode. Earn points for your team while in the capture, earning 3 points per second. They are also the only ones who can wield the Infinity Blade, which deals massive damage and is incredible distance. It's the rest of the team's job to make sure the VIP gets to the capture circle and stays there as long as possible. Now, with 3 capture circles across the map, teams have to strategize to figure out which point they'll be able to hold. Pay attention to your surroundings, because if lots of teams are fighting for the same point, there could be an open circle elsewhere. Hold up. Did I say 3 capture circles? Actually, there's a 4th one. Partway through the match, the 4th capture circle in the center of the map will open up, and will award 4 times more points per second than the others. But with high rewards comes high risk. After each match, teams will be ranked based on how long they held the capture circles, and earn overall points based on their rank in that game. Those points will be added to an overall leaderboard, and at the end of 6 matches, the team with the most points wins. Let the showdown begin.
Love seeing that and getting a quick rundown how the teams feel about playing. Now, Monster, I have to ask you, knowing the rules now, seeing the map, seeing the teams, who is your team to watch out for?
You know, early on, I thought the Little Whip Warriors and the Fish Fam were going to do good, but hearing from the Ravens Revenge, Gotaga now, I'm just shifting towards Ravens Revenge here. They've swayed me. Their entrance has really swayed me.
They definitely had a lot of confidence down there in Gotaga. It can be very competitive at a drop of a hat. My team to watch, the Llama Record go hand in hand with Alex JJ Conn Three competitive veterans and a very aggressive German. That's a combination that I want to see on Sky Station Showdown. Now, we've done a whole bunch of talking, but I know why you guys are here. You know why we're here. It's time to play some Fortnite. The Fortnite World Cup Creative Finals starts right now.
We are loading. Everyone hopping out, and they are actually familiar with this map. So we're gonna see the strategies off the bat here. Let's see who can take away and break away with that early lead you saw there. Nice flash, all of our captains here. Here it is. Little Whip Warriors in the lead off the bat.
Already you can see trades coming out now. A fun fact, the Infinity Blade wielder gets a bonus 100 health and shield. So he's sitting at the 200 mark. On top of that, Siphon is on. If you get an elimination, you get that 50 effective HP back over. That makes the Infinity Blade very hard to take down. They also get those big crescent move jumps to slam down. And as you can see going on the right-hand side of your screen, it is creative chaos all over the place. But now, Little Whip Warriors, as they're able to clean it out, and Ninja's trying to rotate up top.
Yeah, I'm sorry to break it to you, but the Llama record was completely pushed off of their point. And now we have Ninja who's going in with the Infinity Blade. What a player to wield this one right here. Oh, he's getting pushed back. Notice how he doesn't even want to get eliminated. He wants to do as much damage as possible. But is that effective?
I think you just kind of reset and you go, or you get up there and you start swinging. A 75 damage hit will be able to take it down. Establishes himself right back up. Now, what's going to be interesting to me is how the players utilize their building. You start with 50 wood, and then if you get an elimination, you get 25 wood directly into your inventory. So if you're able to kind of eliminate out and put pressure down, you can get some ridiculous builds, as we're already seeing on top of the blue hill.
Yeah, this is actually a neck-and-neck race right here in the early game so far. These Chicken Champions and Ravens Revenge are all in the spots at the moment. And Sunshine Soldiers comes right on in to wipe that up and get them out of there. Nice job, Pursuer.
And look at the Cuddle Crew across the way, just now getting their first points because they've been contesting the entire time, whereas Llama Record Company has only had one team coming up towards them. Another thing to note, let's talk about the loadouts here, Monster. What are they rocking?
They're rocking everything that you can get in the game, from blue tactical AR up to that hunting rifle, so you have the long range, you have the close range, you have the AR. Choose your battle, which you want to use.
And the one thing you're missing that the Infinity Blade wielder does not have will be 9 impulse grenades. So everyone has a bunch of mobility to be able to get up there. But you see right there, Scissors able to cut down a bunch and get a decent amount of timing. Let's take a look at the score. The Warriors are climbing up, but it's only a 5-second uncontested lead, and they're building on it. Right now, not a lot of points have been scored, which means when that hill opens up at 7 minutes, it's going to be that much more important.
Yeah, this is going way better than I expected. There is no one dominant team so far, but the Little Whip Warriors are so great right now. There goes Ninja. Raven's Revenge kind of takes it back over. We'll go Taga squad, manage to hold it down for long enough to get their, points in. Don't forget, he has to clear out the point. If there's someone on it, you're not going to get anything.
Right, and as soon as you're up there, teammates are not building for you, you're exposed for the entire map. Everyone else is able to see you. You can see Lucas goes in, but the double pack plus the Infinity Blade wielder of Hand of Blood. This Llama Record Company is looking to get Quantum with a great.
Here it is, very finally starting to earn some points, trying to break that, triple digit Hand of Blood. Little fun fact right there. Dog Falco is Germany's second biggest dog influencer on Instagram.
That's impressive, but I wonder who the first biggest is now. That's like, is there a statistic for that? Like, do you go down the line? But one thing I do want to note for Hand of Blood, look at the eliminations coming out of the Infinity Blade. Already sitting on 7 and being aggressive. As the more he gets that siphon going, the better he's going to be. But the Chicken Champions come out on top there. No tender defenders are going left. Able to hold the top, and now crawling their way back up there. They're only about, 10 seconds or so behind the Funky Fighters?
Dude, wait a second. Where do the Funky Fighters come from? Suddenly they're at the top here, and the Little Whip Warriors have not managed to earn any points. Sunshine Soldiers looking to kind of ruin that festival up top, but it's Tomoya. We touched with him with Pookie early on. He said, you know what, he chose his players, specifically because they're great at depth runs, but it looks like they battle it out too.
They're doing a very good job of making sure they go at the same time. You can see Tomoya here being patient, doing everything he can to try and find an outlet, but he doesn't want to commit before his teammates are there. He's waiting for Kutu. There they are. Kutu coming up with him as well. And the fight is on, but we switch back over to Scissors just chopping it down. But the fish fam is a sushi there as the retake happens.
That is actually crazy. Watch him kind of wait there, prepare the ambush. His team comes up and they collapse on the point. And bye-bye, Fish Fam.
And notice they had enough mats to completely encircle the top, but the Infinity Blade will be able to come right out. So instead, Tomoya jumps straight up to just stall out a couple every second, because every second matters. As you see Kutu also
record so close as well. This is a close one for the run so far.
Using impulses out of spawn, you get 9 of them, so it's great to throw them off to knock other people off the point, but use 3 to get a little faster. These guys are all very experienced in terms of navigating basically every part of creative and battle royale, so they can use those real quick impulses to get themselves more efficient. As you see, Zan go down, Suzu goes down, just going down right there as Lachlan is just cutting them apart, but Tomoya, again, the Funky Fighters come out on top with the Infinity Blade, so no points going over right now to the Cuddle Crew.
Oh no, the Cuddle Crew does not have the Infinity Blade fielder here, so Vitex has to hold it down for now until they get up to the top. If Lachlan gets there in time, nope, they kind of lose their point of interest, unfortunately.
And now Gotaga goes up and goes straight back down, not able to catch himself on the edge of the Raven with Red. Gonna have to wait a little bit, but have full control of the build there with the Infinity Blade.
Yeah, you see Chappie from, the USA. His favorite aspect of the creative mode is actually 1v1 build fight. So this is why they're doing pretty good right now. And they kind of close it up. Looks like the Cuddle Crew has come back, but the Fish Fam is here to ruin that entire party. Can they shut it down? And Scissors survives just for a bit more.
And again, you see every single time the Funky Fighters go up, it is never a solo person. It is always 2, most of the time 3. They get control and then they immediately box up. But while we've been talking about them, let's check in back with the scoring as we're now right around the 3rd mark in a minute out from that 12 point per second circle. And Ninja's team, the Little Whip Warriors, are Little Whipping all over as Tomoya goes up, comes back down, and the Shake Shake is not enough.
Actually, love that stuff. Utilizing the dive straight up into the air to kind of disengage off the pressure. Ninja's doing a great job chopping up here. He's already at 8 of limbs. Never mind, make that 9. That was Gotaga who went down right there. And they finally get and, advancing the lead here.
Now, you see every single one from almost to the double-digit marks, but Taco, hello, that was your head. Yeah, you got to be careful because if all you're doing is sitting there rifling, that's fine. Somebody's going to take a hunting rifle and make it. Lachlan goes up, MSYP is just behind him, and Lachlan is able to take that one over. Kaz is trying to do everything he can, and he does get Lachlan, so good delay coming out from there, but opening up about a 20-second lead. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Middle point is open. That's 12 point per second, and right off of the bat, we see Cuddle Crew heading towards it. Impulse is going out, and a swing and a miss there with the Superman jump from Ninja. Not quite going to get it as Rubius and Hammer in the circle right away. Rubius under fire, but Ninja under fire. Who will take it? Rubius has the better sword on the day, and then immediately taken out. This is chaos.
Whoever's the last one here is probably going to be the most successful. But remember, you need your sword wielder. Your captain has to be there. If Lachlan isn't there, it's not even worth fighting for. So Playtex doesn't care. He's trying to pick up that Elim counter. And he's on it. He's playing some good defense there. Down goes Hand of Blood. No points for the Llama record anymore. They actually use that. So a couple seconds put them all the way back up to 2nd place.
And 2 of the Cuddle Crew converting it into points. They're currently sitting at the bottom. 189. Little Whip Warriors do still have a lead. Cut down, and just as I said, with the middle hill, Funky Fighters almost take it away. Rare goes right on over, and you see any amount of time in that middle hill is so efficient.
I'm actually loving that little strat right there. They hold a point, then aim out to where they can spawn in and kind of move in from, just kind of pressure them back.
Yeah, so that's when you need somebody with a hunting rifle to start taking shots and saying, hey, pick on somebody else. If you look this way, you're going to have to respawn, because if you can get tags, great, but if you don't convert them and into anything, it's not worth it, as I just kind of stuttered, because Carnifex is sitting on 23 eliminations, but on 14 right there. That's why the Llama Record Company is ahead right now.
Yes, they're using that 4x bonus after point D, which is right in the middle. It only occurs at the 7-minute mark. So now he only has 5 minutes. It's up to whoever can get that one out first or the time from Adele. But at this pace, I think the Fish Fam, the Funky Fighters, or the Llama Records are probably going to take it here.
Yeah, the Sunshine Soldiers are also racking up points quickly. What's interesting to see is the Fish Fam are pretty much now uncontested, as everyone has tunneled in on that center hill. But once you get later into the game, when you need to kind of go up a little bit more, consistent points end up winning out, because everyone will turn their attention to the 12 points per second. You'll have impulses going down there. Random builds 24/7. As I said, all the sword players are down there. 2 of them going off. The tac shotguns being thrown up. Walls everywhere, but it doesn't matter. Points aren't being scored right now.
Yeah, they're trying so hard to get all the bonus points that the Fish Fam is just like stealing away the lead right now. But also, remember, if their teammates pick up elims, you get matched straight to your point, into your inventory. So they're able to fortify up there. That's why they're just slowly going.
And you can actually fortify to prevent the impulses from going in or make kind of a wall. Picking up his 16th elim, but hey, Scissors is chilling.
Yeah,
Pumpernickel, no, man. Pumpernickel, let him know. Let him know. There we go. He's saying, hey, you guys, we'll stick to our strategy. Let's see if somebody goes to contest it. There it is right away. They go up, but all of them. You don't want to run into this. They're ready and waiting. They know they have the lead right now.
Oh, he's holding a trophy.
Look at he's looking around, he's telling them to let him know, man, and that's what it's all about. They've opened up a 100-plus point lead, but no contention, because everyone is tunneling on the bottom.
And I like this now. Now they're turning their attention outwards. Other teams kind of realize, wait a second, they're just up there scoring.
Like, what can you do in this instance? They see the other scores. That leaderboard is running for them. What they have to do, if you're the Llama Record Company, you hold the middle and lock it down for that time. And then the second you get the lead, start running at the Fish Fam. Don't let them come anywhere near any point. to keep an eye on the other parts of the map as the Chicken Champions are doing their best to hold the top but get pushed out. Kaz finally gets taken down, but 5 elims on his first life there as Ninja challenges Magma. Will he be able to clean that one up?
Yes,
and
he does.
But Chappie's on the other side. Slam goes down right away, but now we're over on board with your match 1 winners, the Llama Rekiko, and they're already slaying out as well. 12 elims for them, but 0 on Hand of Blood, which is actually everything he can. Zan goes down, but tries to create a little bit of space, eats the headshot from Suzuhu, and disengages.
Huddle Crew finally getting a couple points here. It's been pretty rough for them so far on this map here. You see this struggle just a bit. The story has definitely been Ninja's supreme dominance so far. He's doing pretty good right here. And even with no health, says, you know what, I'm not going to give away 3 points. Might as well go for it. He was so close.
Yeah, you can see him calling out the whites there on the sword, knowing they only need a couple more shots to get it as we switch back on over to the Cuddle Crew, who've established themselves there, but are still struggling to kind of get the points. The first time we're really seeing them all together, but Clydecat immediately gets ripped from the spawn.
Yeah, Lachlan's team needs to represent. There they are. They're finally starting to score it up. He's got a couple of eliminations. You can see X-Sandy here. 16 elim, so definitely has some slayers there.
Yeah, they need to figure out their game plan because they're getting elims and putting things together. They have solid numbers. They're just not getting the right kill time. Maybe it's go somewhere else. You don't always have to go to the point that's directly in front of you. Go contest someone, or maybe just go mess with somebody at their spawn. Delay them so they don't rotate towards you. Like a number of times, as we said before, you can see where people are spawning. If you want to go deny a team, you can send somebody to deny them. Just know that player is coming back over and over and over with likely more resources than you.
Every single time. Look at this. Little Whip Warriors approaching that 400-point mark. And in just 1 minute, that new point capture deed will be unlocked in the center of the map.
And while they have a solid lead right now, just under 150 points, that disappears in the blink of an eye. That's about 15 seconds uncontested in that middle hill. That's just how valuable it is. But we saw the shift in gameplay that happened. Everybody tunneled it right away, and then the Fishman were able to get back up, but after that, kind of cycled back in, and the center point became the focus and where the win was taken. And right now, Llama Record Co., you said they were struggling at the start. They're doing fine right now in second place, Monster.
They're definitely creeping their way right back up. They're about to hit that 300-point mark there. Here we have Svenos just on the point by himself right now, waiting for Hand of Blood to come on up, hopefully. And again, no surprise, Ninja and his crew has found himself another point.
And the way they've angled this build is brilliant, because if you come up the steps, you're pushing into somebody's right hand, and on the other side, you're blocked off, as Ninja then just drops down Stewart 0-0-0-0, and he gets picked up. Alley from Haga as it goes Haga on top with Magma 1-2. Ravens out of nowhere, but the Little Whip Warriors don't care. They're coming down in 3, 2, 1. You can already see MSYB is down there, Alex JJ down there, Carnifex.
Little Whip Warriors no longer lead.
Yeah, Little Whip Warriors actually unseated the Chicken Champions there from their control point. They're taking it over. They're trying to get it back, so that's a battle right now. But the Funky Fighters out of nowhere, middle hill, and all of a sudden, just like that, into first place, going to pass 700 in just a second. No, get pushed out, and now they're back in there. Tomoya going off right now. Lumberwreck and Co. down there and trying to push him out, and you can see they're contesting it over and over again, but they're not getting the points they saw last game, falling off the pace.
Yep. They are slowly just battling for this number one. Chicken Champions kind of overtake it now as well. The Fishman not too far either. Everyone's so close here in the top four. Don't forget, if you take a victory, you win 55,000 bonus in prize.
And right now, Suzu is going off. 21 eliminations, and right as I say that, apologies for the caster first, but 21 eliminations from the Belgian. He loves practicing his skills and creative, and is showing it off here with really clever defensive cone edits up there. But right now, Little Whip Warriors are going at it. Tomoya gets the better of Ninja, and he gets cut down, but Funky Fresh Fighters then get sent all over the place thanks to the impulses from above.
I love this strat. He kind of sends out for a second there, just kind of see if his teammates come back. But
Tomoya takes it for the Funky Fighters with some brilliant teamwork.
What an intense endgame, too. Get taken out at 999 points. Really, anything can happen in those final moments.
Now, I'm telling you, I love the Sky Station Showdown. Can't wait for more people to start playing. The Funky Fresh Fighter right there celebrating with his team. You can see them just so excited, so happy. Let's take a look at this final replay. Now, again, we talked about it. The impulse is being a great denial tool. Right there as the player goes down, set back out, goes in, but misses the jump monster.
He almost had the flashiest ending ever. Just kind of diving in and wrapping it all up. But it was just good enough. Like you said, he only had to stay there for a bit. And even with the impulse bumping him out, that's it.
And I mean, you saw the impulse explosion the second after going off. The team's doing everything they can, but it was not enough to shut down the Funky Fighters. Tomoya, Kutu, Huzi, Dracius, incredibly well done to take the second match of the first set at the Creative Finals.
Yeah, you know what? I am a Funky Fighter rooter and supporter now. I'm rooting for them.
Really?
Well, I can't
really?
do that.
Okay, just gonna bandwagon right after. Yay, the next team who won, I'm their fan. But no, great performance coming out from them. And it's one thing we talked about, right? The adaptation that happens from match to match. Llama Rekiko was like, oh, we're gonna stick to our game plan. That failed.
Yeah, it really didn't in those end game situations. They really took the entire competition.
They did, and they were able to make sure that they got time in the middle when Little Whip and that team weren't able to get there. Llama Rekiko and Little Whip were going at it constantly. Funky Fresh were just able to step there.
Yep, and that's just kind of how it happens, you know? Now they find themselves one step closer to taking the Silver Llama for this set. So remember, at the end of the day, these are just the games, but they have to take the entire set. Now the pressure's on.
The pressure is on, but the Funky Fighters have a little bit of pressure off of their shoulders because they know they got that top deck. Standing by on the top deck with the Pooks. What do you got for us?
Thank you so much, Sundown. I am down here. We are second game winners here. Congratulations, guys, first off and foremost. Now, I got to talk about the moment where you guys were just sitting. You needed 1 point left to win. What was that like?
I was really nervous. Like, I was just imagining, like, losing with 1 point would be terrible, so we just tried to get 1 more point, and we did it, so.
It was definitely devastating. I was screaming in my seat. I heard all the fans in the audience screaming for you guys as well. So going into the next games, what do you guys think your strategy is going to be? Are you gonna keep doing what you're doing? Or going to mix it up a little bit?
I think doing what we're doing is fine, because first game we got second place, second game we won, so yeah, we're going to try and do the same thing and hopefully win again.
And hopefully have more than a 1 point buffer, right?
Yep, yeah, definitely.
For sure. Now just coming over here to you, what has it been like to be here at the Fortnite World Creative Cup, just playing in front of this audience, you know, hearing everybody cheer for you guys to win? What is that like?
It's fun. That's the only thing I can think of. It's fun to compete against everyone else, meet your teammates, and just have fun.
Yeah, and have you guys had a chance to play together before? Is this your first time playing together as a team?
I don't hear it, sorry.
Is it your first time playing together as a team?
Yeah, it's the first time.
Well, you guys definitely make it look super easy. Thank you all so much for being here and talking to you. I'm going to let you get your synergy back together. Sundown and Monster, back to you up at the desk.
Thank you so much, Pookie. And the Funky Fresh Fighters, I mean, their game plan has been solid. Second place, first place. Now, I understand why you might want to bandwagon a little bit, but I'm still going to hang out with my Llama Rekiko. But I want to talk about the changes we saw from match 1 to match 2 in terms of gameplay, and was it what you expected?
Definitely not what I expected. I thought Gotaga's team was going to come out here and crush it right behind the Fish Fam, but as you can see, huge upsets. Anything can kind of go either which way. And I mean, talk about like kind of beginner's luck or something like that. You just put a team together. They didn't practice. They're just coming out here and wiping players up. So a lot of talented players here at the Creative Finals.
I mean, Tomoya talked about it. He was like, hey, when I pick my team, very confident there with their death run ability. Want to see what they do in the elimination race during World Run. But doing incredibly well so far at Sky Station. That's going to be a confidence booster, because if you can get the silver lock there, you're confident in your ability on the World Run.
Yeah, you're just one step closer. So with the first place and the second place, they're clearly having a good set so far here at this Sky Station show.
Yeah, it's been very well done for them. Anybody's game. Don't forget, the winner of the silver lock accumulated the most prize money across, which equates roughly to placements, but you don't get punished if you're placing in that bottom half, 4th through 8th, all receiving the same amount of prize money in each one of the matches.
Yes, everyone is a winner, so you really have to fight till the end, regardless if you're in the lead or not. This is why these guys are going for it, because this is life-changing prize money on the line.
And I mean, we've seen the difference 10 seconds in that center circle. 120 right there, it makes a huge difference, but enough of us breaking it down. We're going to throw it outside to Bala, because he's going to show us what's up with the tactics. Bala, what do you got for us?
I'm out here at the Fan Festival, and I don't have a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approach at the center, what made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. He was there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramps, he comes up from the side, slices and dices, but meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at it now where they're at, they're only in second place. Fishfam was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where Monster lands at the end of this, because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons, but as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this segment. We'll see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games, and it's been so fun to watch this game. Very strong from the Infinity Blade, how the pictures and how it's coming, and now with this 3rd match, it's only going to get better.
Definitely want to see some team works happening here, and why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here, because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, and this will be the final match of this set. Set 1 after this, a Silver Llama will be awarded, and we are in the match. It's Sky Station Showdown, set 1 about to be over, and here we go.
All right, gotta love those players kind of beelining out. Don't forget, you know exactly who your neighbors are. You know who is to your left and to your right, because you can see the banner and the designs on their spawns. Man, nice look at it.
Away, you can see a number of teams finding ramp paths where they're able to use their first 5 materials, next 5, sword does the double jump, full right to the top, chicken champion, excellent.
Yeah, this is what matters up here, is stopping the funky fighters, because clearly they have been doing some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off to the races here, though, sent to run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers come back? Can the Cuddle Crew make a big appearance for themselves? Because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most, really the best business.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record go putting shots down towards the spawn. You don't want to peek though, because the hunting rifles will be coming out in the shot. Just misses Carnifex right there. And he trades back down. Ninja firing it up. Pushing okay in the last one. They were in 4th, so they were there. They were close. Monkey Fighters have a win in a 2nd place. Do you sense something to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. You think they can spare somebody to do that? Because it's better off to deny them.
And the problem is that the so consistent, you literally allow them to snipe the competition because you overfocus play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the circle do that, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. Making sure to challenge the initial opinion there. As the Ravens prevent them able to
Gotaga seem to still be they've been doing like relatively well so far. Let's go to Ninja. Slides it right down. Fun fact about that. Started playing it next season too. I was actually speedrunning. It's UA's kind of thing there.
I mean, good on him, man. I would get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down. Cuddle Crew not quite able to get him. He goes up again, so right now just denying the Cuddle Crew the point. When we talked about how we want to see more of them right now,
yes, Cuddle Crew, come on, make the big appearance. Every game is worth so much. At the very least, one of the other next to force contestant so that you can take a little bit more over the Here it is, Ninja. Disengages. That's what just takes down Magma. And next, he says, you know what? I got low health. Let's just get back on this respawn line. Give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the site.
I was about to say, no siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically the spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge that always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ. Low-key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. And what? He can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga on this point by himself. He wants to bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? He does. Gotaga right down. Straight to the top.
That was using the jump right as the animation comes over to make sure to flip them from the bottom. Dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinched from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can. And the shots will come out. Trying to find it. And Dracius coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga. Instead, just going to disengage.
And it's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is. Someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down. He gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here, though.
We're seeing a lot more points being sorted. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Ravens Revenge and Llama Record Co. 100 points clear of the rest of the game.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Sevenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already, and bye-bye. Falls down. Lucky for him. No fall damage.
Yeah, that might be one of those moments where you opt for deny, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to themselves as well right now. Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the impulse flying overhead. And Gotaga, they're doing so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead. They don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly went 12 points per second on that central point. B is open. Gotaga checking his surroundings. No shots coming through. And RT actually using the door edit, just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest him. And just starts raining shots down. Always a little bit more here. Ninja RT goes down. Gotaga will he be able to find the left? Intelligently backs away. They get control.
Yeah, I love how he plays sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. If you don't have the there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, and you don't earn anything from it. Here comes he's throwing himself into the fire. He gets taken out. Here it is. Tomaya's team is falling to the make a miraculous comeback here. But before the 7-minute mark, maybe to get themselves in the running, they're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plan.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving, and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one right there, but Clytax wins the small engagement.
And Clytax has been fragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well. Being out inside the cone.
Maka's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He was hidden, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. It's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens' Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point D as Tomoya gets taken down and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle Crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Kodaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Kodaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the Elim, and control is rested.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
This is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Records still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Raven's Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga. And they got him. They got him. The difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Lackland can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do, and he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his right now. He can take this lead, Sundown.
But they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half-second away from each other. The shots are going. Cuddle Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes!
Cuddle Crew goes
take it down. 999.
Oh.
1,000. Gotaga and Raven's Revenge in the closest nail-biter yet. Edge out the Cuddle Crew in 2 teams who we said we wanted to see more. They brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish fans step up and shut it down. Just the fact they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points, and they lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the Fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens' Revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that Victory Royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they had it. They were 1 tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale, where every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game, as you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthur, and Chappie as well. Just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, this is my guy. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
He's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, Sundown. Thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Raven's Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first of all, Gotaga, how do you feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the face off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all 4 of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to go in there and just kill them as fast as we could, and then spawn trap. That was our
Okay, what's the strategy like? Are you guys talking through at the beginning? Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move? Or are you guys like, no, we're going in?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And, yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And, yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. Happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over. Brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all 4 strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's a cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
Yeah, I actually want to touch on something that, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's point the green point. These guys are like that focus here. You're like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which one. They're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers. And I think when we see the remix for this, it's going to get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Five, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, it's kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the fourth game, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because we're all getting $10,000 for the match itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So fourth would have been just as bad, but eighth, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all. It's so incredible, and now we are going to go over the stage. We have the results, and your set one winner is the Funky Fighters. The last match was not enough. The singular win in the double goes over to them. They will have that first silver llama, and there he is throwing it up, and I mean, you gotta be happy for him.
They did it. I thought maybe it wasn't enough, but it was. Love this celebration right here.
You kind of are like, it's a little, I don't want to say like bittersweet there, but it's like, oh, you kind of like get pushed out in the last game, and then boom, you get it. But now the silver llama, but they're happy. They realize, and the big thing, that gives them a leg up for the rest of the competition. If they can win the next match, another team has to win both of them. But such a great job from the Funky Fighters, sticking to their guns, staying with the strategy, getting 2 top 2 plays finishes, one of them being a win.
I actually love this right here. They're all getting together, showing team harmony. They're clearly happy. They take the first set. That's amazing. They're off to the right start, really. They can get another 1 or 2 of those, and this entire creative finals is theirs.
Well, and again, we talked with Tamara beforehand, and he was like, yeah, we're really confident when we can get into the races. We want to be on that world run. We know we can do there. We have some really good runners, and then they turn around and do that?
I was just showdown? Yeah, I was just going to touch it. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this wasn't even their strong suit, right? He did a death run at some point as when he recruited his people for this creative challenge. So for him to take what might be one of our, toe-to-toe PvP sessions, that's actually crazy. And here's the team standings, Sundown.
Yeah, look at the final team standings. So Llama Record Code do just get edged out by $1,500 there. The Funky Fighters, you can see on the right-hand side, have been awarded that silver llama. Rounding it out, you have Raven's Revenge in the top 3, Cuddle Crew and Little Bit Warriors both at 55, sitting in 4th and 5th. I almost got that one, 6 and 7, and then 8 there are the Chicken Champions. But this is set 1 of 4. Lots of creative games to be going on. I mean, it's been so good, and like we talked about earlier, we have a never-before-seen game mode for you guys. Now, I know we released Pop Hunt, it's something that's kind of similar to that. How many of you guys have played Red Light, Green Light at some point in time, right? You've been there, you've done it. That's a little while ago. Junkyard Juke is a Red Light, Green Light Pop Hunt version where you have 4 teams sitting on this guard, 6 teams running, every single one of them. Here you can see how to win. You have to dodge dodge those guards, sprint into the center, and incinerate yourself in order to get those points. There are 4 rounds per match. Monster, and how do they score?
Yeah, but also before we get there, you only get to be guard once, and while you're guard, you do not accumulate points. But yes, the points come in through the props themselves. So when you are on the prop side, you want to choose small, medium, or large object and try and get it to the incinerator.
Different things. Let's check out the format and see what these guys, how they're going to go through, what the map looks like, and really get an idea of how the game is played.
Get ready for more creative Fortnite with the latest competitive creative map, Junkyard Juke. This new game built on the fun of prop hunt. Teams will rotate through different roles on the map. 6 teams will transform into props and attempt to make it into the center of the map, while 2 teams of guards try to keep them away. Teams will rotate their roles over the course of 4 rounds, each team getting 1 turn as the guard. Their objective? To defend the incinerator from the other teams, armed only with revolvers and their keen attention to detail. During each round, teams of props will have points. From getting eliminated, prop teams need to time their movements very carefully. Every few seconds, the guard teams will be blinded for a short time, and the center point turns green, giving the props a chance to run for the hills, or rather, the pit. Once a prop reaches the goal, they respawn at their home base to start over, running as many props as they can before the match ends. If a player is eliminated, they also respawn at their home base, and need to start the trek all over again. After 4 rounds, each team's points from their prop rounds will be combined, and the team with the most points wins the game. So keep an eye out for those moving bushes, crates, and gnomes, and enjoy the Junkyard Juke.
Thank you so much, Zeke, for that update. That's Junkyard Juke, something that has never before been seen. It looks kind of a little simple, but it's wacky, it's fun. There's a lot of small little minutia that go into it, things you can min-max on, and also there's just a level of ridiculousness that I enjoy so much. Just seeing somebody turn themselves into a literal dumpster and then try and weave their way past, it's a lot of fun.
Let the memes come to life here as your favorite.
Whoa, you talking about my gameplay again? God, that's so rude.
Tournaments and dumpsters, literally. We'll get to see that unfold here as, I gotta say, this is a frustrating game mode. It's very difficult. You guys are gonna see why. It is gonna be tough for some of these guys to bring in those big point objects. And that's just going to be the name of it. Who can score the most here?
Who can score, and how well are you playing defense? How well do you coordinate? Who is watching the right angles? And it's going to be interesting to see. Do they switch up their strategy from game 1 to game 2? Because there's so many different things you can do. But we are about to have the world premiere of Junkyard Juke. We are getting into set number 2. The Funky Fighters have 1 silver llama. Who will get the second? We now are in to set 2, match 1, and right away you can see Chappa, Gotaga, Magma, and RTA of Raven's Revenge, and then the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja, Taka, Taldak, and FaZe Kaz taking their shots off. Now, fun fact, the screens are there, you can't see, but you can shoot through them. So don't be afraid to take some shots. I mean, we know the trick shot.
Yeah, some people are already shooting. They figured that part out. It looks like Chappie hasn't quite yet. He's kind of looking. He's just blind shooting. Oh, there it is. Now he's firing through. He's noticed, hey, these are not ricocheting off of this curtain here. I can fire right on through. So you want to stop him. You want to force stop them. You want to also kind of memorize the map and the lanes.
And right away, you can see as soon as the blinds go down, people go, but the first points are starting to come through. And the Bloods team, the Llama Record Go, also able to get a 10-pointer and the next 5-pointer, following it directly behind. Oh no, it was another 10-pointer. So we already see some of the props having successful runs.
There it is. We saw a big old truck kind of sneak on by, and these objects are slipping right underneath. But who knows how long that'll last? You're scissors. You gotta park it. You gotta stay still. Oh, can he blend in?
And one other thing you can note there, the props will clip through other objects that are there. So something that isn't sitting perfectly naturally like Scissors was right there, clipped into it, boom. Got him brilliantly done. Lachlan hits one of those bounce pads that are stuck in there. They will launch you up in there. But great run coming out from X Sandy and Tomoya, utilizing the air conditioners to bind their